What's up, guys? Floopes900's here. Going to be going over my game pickups for the month of July. There have been a lot of pickups, some digital too, from the sale, and then and 2 of them I actually just bought straight out because I just really wanted them. And that's odd because I don't like digital content, so this is just one of those things where I was like, there are some good games, I need to just go ahead and do this, but anywho, starting off, as you can see, I'm wearing my Song of the Deep beanie, and I actually have my Song of the Deep shirt on, because why the hell not? Anywho though, I'm going to be starting with the PS4 games. The first game I want to talk about is Gaina Sisters, Twisted Dreams Director's Cut. Now, I don't really know a whole lot about this game or the series. I heard some talk about it from some friends on Facebook, and just, it was on the sale on PSN, like the first sale that it had. This was on there, and it wasn't, it was, I don't know, $2.99, I think, $1.99. That's not a bad price, but I think I can get this from GameFly. So that's actually what I did. Pay like $7 with a coupon. That's not bad. But the game itself is a platformer where you actually switch between a nice side and a nice side of the girl and like the devious side. And actually, here's the nice side. Here's the devious side. And like the world manipulates depending on which form you take of the girl, because you're switching the world around, like flipping it. Like when you're the nice girl, the world's like evil, and when you're like the evil girl, the world's like, oh well, nice. So very interesting, and does seem like a lot of fun. I heard that the Wii U game was like extremely hard to get and very pricey if you wanted it, which is sad, but it is what it is. Okay, next up is a game that I actually was renting from GameFly, but I found at GameStop, which just made it all better, and that is Republic. Now, Republic is a game, from what I know, it's a game that actually started like as a, I think like a PC game or something. I can't really remember the exact details, but it was like a digital only game, and then I got ported over and brought to a physical release, and that's really awesome. The game itself, you play as Hope, who is this person brought in for learning these details from this book from a guy that she isn't supposed to be learning from. And like he was it's all like government stuff, like really like high tech stuff, like a cult following kind of situation is what I'm feeling right now. Like, they don't want you following this person because it's like a giant cult, and that's the feeling I get. But you use the security cameras to monitor the situations, like where these guards are and whatnot, and where doors are and whatnot, and then you guide Hope to those destinations, which is pretty awesome. You can actually pickpocket guards, which I haven't really done a whole lot of. I haven't played this game for a very long time, but I have really enjoyed what I have played. I do want to jump back into this game very soon, and yeah, you guys should definitely check this out. So the next thing I'm going to start with something that a lot of people really did not like, and it's something that so far I've actually I'm not like in love with the game, obviously, because it's not a very great game. Got a lot of bad reviews, but for what it is, it's not like, I don't know, I don't think it deserves all of the shitty rap it's got. I think it was just there's a lot of hype in the game, and then when people played it, the hype it didn't match the hype, and that caused some people to judge it poorly, which I completely understand that, because the game did have a lot of fucking hype, and that game is Mighty Number 9. And I picked this up because Soul wanted to do a review, and I told him, let me get the game, play it, and we'll do it together, etc., etc. So that's what I'm doing, and so far, I actually kind of like it. The first thing I did, though, is went through and beat Ray, who is, can't really see a great picture of her, so I could play as her, because I don't know, I just wanted to play her. Like, I wanted to see how that was, and so far so good. And it also is a cross-buy, so you get the PS Vita version whenever it, like a digital version of it, but PS Vita version whenever it does come along, get released, I mean. And you also get the PS3 version digitally, which I already have downloaded. So far though, I don't hate the game, but you know, it's, I don't know, I haven't really had enough time to judge it in a lot of detail. So next up is a game that I actually picked up this month. It was, I mean, like a release, you know, kind of thing, like a release this month, and that is Resident Evil 5, which I have been playing with Crusaders. Well, we haven't played for the past few days because I've had a lot of things going on and just haven't had the time. But the game itself, very awesome, very amazing. I love this thing so much. Resident Evil 5 is great. You know, I personally, I really liked Resident Evil 5. Like, the way it played, the way it, like, the action based in this game is very awesome. The weapon selection is awesome. Now, you know, obviously, it's not a horror game. I know that. It's definitely not a horror game. But I still do enjoy it, and I definitely had to get a PS4 version. I want to get Resident Evil 6 and Resident Evil 4, and, you know, that is something that I will definitely be going for. So, the next game is something that I also did an unboxing for, and that is Song of the Deep Collector's Edition. What I have played in this game, I love the heck out of it. It is a great game. The you know, GameStop did a really good job like backing this game up and like making it or whatever. They did great with it. Like, I know you're probably like, that, you know, the hype of it was like so much, but it does live up to it. Like, it is a lot of fun and a lot of good times to have with Song of the Deep. I highly recommend checking it out. You know, $15 for a normal version. Collector's edition is only $30, so you know, definitely check that out. Next up, I'm gonna go with the digital games, which are all PS4 games, and those are I Am Bread. It's a game where you are actually bread and you have to maneuver around as a bread to get to the toaster and make yourself into toast. Very interesting, very kind of hard, honestly. Like, you have to use the right and left buttons, like the trigger buttons and whatnot. It's kind of difficult. Next up, Shantae Risky's Revenge. I've had my eye on the Shantae series for a very long time. I felt the games have looked really nice and, you know, very, something you see maybe like on the SNES, which, you know, I think is pretty accurate. You know, so whenever it was on sale, I was like, you know, I'm gonna get this. And I also got Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, which I've not played a lot of the Pirate's Curse because I want to play Shantae's Rescue's Revenge first. But Shantae Risky's Revenge is a lot of fun. It's definitely lived up to my hype of, you know, is like the game itself just looked like so much fun, and it has definitely lived up to that. Knock Knock. Another game that was on sale, and it's a horror game. Psychological horror game, to be precise. The guy is very messed up in the head, so to say. He sees things at night, and you have to like go around and lock all the doors and make sure that all the lights are on, and you know, if you don't do it quick enough, then these ghosts and like stuff come before him, and it's a lot. Like, I think I got to like the 3rd stage, and I'm having a lot of issues because I'm not fast enough, and they keep getting me and killing him, or they kill him in his dreams. It's crazy. Like, I love it though. So awesome. Okay, I'm gonna try to get this name. Paranoctical, I don't know, activity. It is a kind of a clone of Doom, very pixelated, you know, kind of like a retro kind of look, which is very okay with me because I liked it. I liked the look of it, and it was like $4, I don't know, $3, $4, I don't know, I can't remember now. But it was very, honestly, from what I've played, it's actually pretty nice. Now, it's not like something like super amazing, but it is pretty awesome, and definitely, you know, if you're like a huge fan of Doom, I'd say, you know, give it a shot. Next game is something I actually had a lot of hype into because I had been watching the game ever since I first heard about it, and that is Soma, from the developers of Amnesia. You know, this is something that I've been looking forward to, and whenever it was on sale, I was like, you know, I don't even have I just gotta get this game, so obviously I jumped on that. But Soma has been amazing to me so far. I've put 4 hours into it, 3 or 4 hours into it, played quite a bit, and I am loving the hell out of it. This game is a great horror game, the atmosphere, there's a lot of tension in the game, and honestly guys, if you have not played Soma, please check it out. This guy, give you some details here. This guy goes in to get a brain scan after his accident, after a car wreck actually. And this guy, like, he's like not really a doctor, he's trying to get there. It's a new way of scanning the brain. So when he scans him, he has to go on this machine, and it covers his face and like does the whole like scan thing. And he wakes up in this ship, like this really messed up, like it looked like a station kind of thing. It was really dark and creepy. He didn't know anything that was going on. It was actually finds out the name is Pathos 2. He's trying to piece the story together of what happened. These machines, cyborgs like type of things, have like wiped the crew out, and some of them have actually become cyborgs. Like the people themselves have been implemented into these cyborgs, so they have all the memories of a human being. It's so freaking awesome. Like, to put it in like a nice term, I don't mean to say like it's nowhere near like a clone. It's just the feel of it I get is like Bioshock and Dead Space like mixed together, because that's what it kind of feels like to me, and I love that. Like, I love both of those games, I love the series, and this game is just a great mesh. Next game is something I actually own on the PS3, but it was on sale for the PS4 and I had to go get it again, and that is Slender the Arrival. Slender the Arrival is another Slender game, obviously, and you are, I can't remember your name, Kate maybe? I can't remember, but you have to, you're looking for your sister, I believe. So you go out and look for your sister, and you have a camera with you, you're looking around, looking in this like abandoned house and whatnot, trying to figure out what happened. I guess it's not really abandoned house, but I think it's actually your sister's house. I think it is actually Kate's house. But you find a flashlight, you run into Slender, and just all hell breaks loose. The game itself isn't very long, maybe like an hour or less, depending on how fast you are. Very nice though for the Slender series. If you are a fan of Slender, go check that out. Everybody's Going to Rapture. Another game that I've had a lot of hype into, and it looked very awesome. Definitely something that was on sale. Had to get that too. This game is amazing, guys. Everybody's Going to Rapture is a wonderful story, death game. You know, this whole town has been deserted, and you don't know why. You're piecing it together by these memories that you see, and that is just so amazing to me. Like, I think it's a great thing to see, and all like these story details elements going around. I have loved piecing together the story. Now, I have not put a lot of time into this game, but I've put enough to like get bits and pieces of what's going on. Not too much though. Next up is, actually there's only 2 more PS4 games, and the next one is something that I bought on release day because I couldn't resist, and that is I Am Setsuna. Now, I hate digital games, you know that. The ones I bought prior to this one have been on sale for cheap, and I was like, you know, yeah. I Am Setsuna, I spent the whole $40 on, because it's a JRPG, old school JRPG, may I say, and has been inspired by like Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy and those type of games, and I can definitely see that. It has a great battle system. The story itself is amazing. You are Elder, I don't know how to pronounce his name exactly, but you are hired to assassinate this girl named Setsuma, who is the sacrifice. The sacrifice has to go on this pilgrimage where she must get to the last lands and sacrifice her life to protect the people all over from these monster attacks. And so you end up actually joining her on this journey, and you meet, you know, all sorts of different characters. And I don't know, so far, like, I don't know story-wise what happens, because I'm not, like, I've put quite a bit of time into it, but, you know, I haven't beat it. And, you know, so far the story seems really deep and nice. Gives that great JRPG feel. The battles, I like the battle system. You know, like, real time, but, you know, you have that whole HEB meter and all that going on. So, yeah, definitely check out ISSuma, guys, please. Last game for the PS4 is Among the Sleep. Now, Among the Sleep is something I have a lot of hype into too, because I love me some horror games, and this seemed like, you know, it's not like the best horror game, no, but playing as a 2-year-old toddler and going through all these, like, different areas, trying to piece out the memories of your mother, is just really, really awesome. The teddy bear is really funny, actually. I find him kind of funny. And I paid the full $15 for this because while it is a digital game, I couldn't help it, because sometimes there are some good games on digital, like, that are digital, and I could not resist this one, paying full price for this one, because I was just, I couldn't help myself. But Among the Sleep, great so far. Like, I've went through 2 different areas, and I've loved each one of them. They're very, they do get a little spooky and creepy, and I like that. I mean, like, I'm not, like, jumping out of my seat or anything, but, you know, the atmosphere is really nice. So anywho, that is it for the PS4 games. I am going to be moving on to the 3DS games. There are 2 of these, and the first one I want to talk about is Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoners Soul Hackers. Now, this is a game I've been on the lookout for. I always love picking up Shin Megami Tensei games because, you know, they're fucking amazing. Great JRPG series. Well, yes, series, because, you know, there's Persona, and then Devil Summoners, and Devil Survivor. What's the other one? There's some on the PS2 too. I can't remember what they're called. You got, like, Nocturne and all that. But anyway, Devil Summoner Soul Hackers. You actually find this. It looks like a gun, but it's actually something that, like, stores demons inside, and you have to fight the other demons. Obviously, you know, like Shin Megami Tensei, you know what this shit is about. But it's really, like, cool because you just stumble upon it. You don't know what it is, and then you just find out, and you're like, oh, holy, like, I don't know. The game seems really great, and I can't wait to get more into it because I love Shin Megami Tensei games. So this is gonna be a great one. I played a little bit before in the past too, but I rented it from Gameplay at one point. I've been on the lookout for it ever since, and, you know, couldn't resist it when I found it. Last 3DS game is something that I pre-ordered and I did an unboxing for, and that is 7th Dragon 3 Code of the FD. So this is a very interesting JRPG, and this is actually a first run edition that comes with the art book, which is very awesome. The game, you actually make your own character, and then it kind of goes from there, because you meet this girl and you have to go into this thing, like a battle system, 7th Dragon, and you it's like a test to see who has the skills to become a dragon slayer. And, you know, of course, you know, you get picked for that, and then you have to make teammates. Like, you actually make them, like, decide what hair color. It's like all pre-designed sets, but you do the hair color, what you want to look like, sorry, the name, and the class you want to put them in. And there's different classes to be unlocked, different looks to be unlocked. It's such an awesome looking game. Like, well, not even looking, because I've actually put quite a bit of time into this game, but it's such a great game. Like, I would definitely recommend this for all my JRPG fans, or friends who watch this, definitely check this out, guys. Next up, PS2 game, and it's also another JRPG. I was very happy to find this, Shadow Hearts from the New World. Now, I have heard from my buddy, BioPhoenix, that this one is different compared to the other two in the series, and that's okay. I mean, you know, I'll take any Shadow Hearts game I can get since I haven't been able to actually play one before. The game looks very nice, very dark, and I get this like really good feeling when I look at it. It's just like I know there's a great game waiting for me inside, and I love that when I get that vibe from a game. You know, I don't know a whole lot about the Shadow Hearts series. I just know they're very sought after. I was very happy to get this. Paid right at $30. That's not that bad. It's about, you know, average, so that's okay. One 360 game, which I was very happy to pick up, and I will get a PS3 version of this too whenever I can find one. But that is Deadly Premonition, something I don't see very often, and I actually got it at an out-of-town GameStop because, well, you know, they had it, so why not? Anyway, Deadly Premonition is I can't really tell you a whole lot about it because it's been like forever and a day since I actually looked at the story because I just knew I really wanted it. You're a detective or something going to check out this town, and then it's basically all going to hell. That's about all I can pretty much tell you. Actually, there's not that many games left. I don't know, 9? I guess that is quite a few. Yeah, whatever. Anywho. PC game here. Karna Sojo, the second episode. Karna Sojo is a great visual novel game. Lots of drama, relationship stuff going on here. But it's not like a relationship game. I mean, you have different routes that you can pick to, like, you know, who you want to be with. But it's not the main reason. The main reason is actually a murder mystery, which I'm going to read right now. Like, I'm just going to read the back because I think it'd be easier. Now, you know, definitely check out the first game too because it will make a lot more sense after that. December 1957. It's been almost 2 years since Kuchiki Toko was abducted from her hospital room. Tokisaki Regi's sister, Yukari, saves a man attempting to commit suicide. The man is a victim of Hinasama's curse, which has surfaced in the present. Tokisaki Regi acts to sever the delusions that span the war, all the while carrying his own delusions about Toko in his heart. At the same time, a religious group that was thought to have disbanded 6 years ago begins to move again. What could it be theming? Even if heaven brings down a curse, it is human hands that enact it. I can't, like, that, it's just so awesome, like playing as Reggie is amazing. Like, it's a visual novel at the heart, you know, obviously, but it's such a great story. You have elements of like picking where you need to go and picking clues out and like trying to piece the story together. So awesome. I definitely cannot recommend, like, I can recommend Karna Sojo, but I can't recommend it enough. Like, this is a great visual novel. Please, guys, check it out. You know, obviously, you know, they have physical editions. The one I get is actually a collector's, or limited edition, I mean. And the reason it is a limited edition is because it comes with a soundtrack. And there's actually 11 songs, which is awesome. I love this. Like, having a physical copy is amazing for me. Okay, so next we have 3B games. And actually these are from the $1 GameStop challenge. Actually, the 3 Wii games and the 2 PS3 games are, so go into those. Bakugan Battle Brawlers. Bakugan is a series that I did know when I was younger. Didn't really watch it a whole lot. I mean, I was in, I don't know, 8th grade or something. It was okay. I didn't really take like a super liking to it, but it is, like, the game looks okay. I don't really know for sure because I haven't really played these. I do kind of want to like mess around with them a little bit, but you know, maybe I'll get to them eventually. Eminem Beach Party, just kind of like a mini game kind of game. You know, you can play with friends, do some mini games with the M&Ms. Nothing to really say about that. It's just like an interesting little game for 99 cents. Dragon Blade or Path of Fire. Now this actually does look pretty interesting. Not like a great game. I mean, you get your money's worth of dollars, but it does look okay. Like you actually use the Wii controls to swing your sword, like stab and whatnot. So that looks kind of interesting. Can't really tell you a whole lot. I've only played about 45 seconds of it. Just wanted to, you know, see if it works and see how it was and that kind of thing. Didn't seem overly bad for $1 though. I mean, you seem like you're getting your money's worth. Fracture, PS3 games now, by the way, sorry. Fracture, a game that I actually have heard a lot about in the past, and I've heard a few things from some buddies that, or some friends, that the game is actually pretty nice and pretty good. The like destroying the land and whatnot does seem pretty awesome to me personally. I like the idea of it. I do want to get more into this because I haven't been able to play it at all. Like I've just been, and I like pick and choose what games I play. So, and you know what time. I mean, last PS3 game, Chaotic Shadow Warriors. Didn't really pay a lot of attention to Chaotic in the past either, like television-wise. It does seem pretty okay though. I do remember the game a little bit. A friend brought it over. I played the 360 version. It seemed pretty awesome actually. So you know, $1 for it is actually a pretty nice deal. I think it's gonna be an okay game when I actually go into it. So, last system, last 3 games, all Vita games. Just going into these. Rayman Origins. I have been a very big Rayman fan since the beginning. I thought Rayman was an awesome game. I loved the first game. The second game was awesome. Oh, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Anywho, sorry. Rayman Origins is a, you know, platforming game. Goes back to like an older kind of day with Rayman. And there's, you know, there's a lot of levels. Actually, it says on the back that there were 60 plus, which is pretty accurate because I have played this on the PS3 before years ago. I do remember there being a lot of levels. I do remember them also being pretty awesome and pretty nice. I'm so glad to actually have a Vita version. I was going to get a PS3 version, but when I went to the Vita games, because I was just looking around, and I noticed that they actually had, you know, a Vita version, and I didn't know this was on the Vita. So, you know, I was just like, oh, I should get this instead. Because, yeah, I really love my Vita. So, definitely awesome. I do want to get Rayman Legends, because I think that's going to be badass, too. So, next up is a game that a lot of people did not like, and I can understand why, and that is Silent Hill Book of Memories. Obviously, it's not like a traditional Silent Hill game. It's like a freaking co-op game, which I'm not playing it co-op, of course, because I don't like that. Like, I don't like playing, like, horror games co-op. Like, I don't know, it defeats the purpose to me, but whatever. Silent Hill, though, it seems to be okay. Like, I like the concept of, like, going to each room and battling, fighting the, I don't know what they're really called them, the monsters, I guess. And then, like, alternating your character's memories. Like, that seems kind of cool. But other than that, I don't really have a lot to say about it, because I didn't really put a lot of time into it. I got through the first stage, and then I quit. But, I mean, it does seem okay, because I actually have been looking for this game for a while. Something that I've been wanting to add to my Vita collection, because, I don't know, I just like the look of it. I like the look of it. Maybe I actually will like the game more. And, you know, I always kind of like the games that everyone else hates. That kind of always happens to me. Well, I mean, look at Mighty No. 9. I mean, I kind of like it, and everyone else hates it. So, the last game I want to show for this video is something that was actually made by the same developers who made Odin Sphere. And that is Muramasa Rebirth. A remake, well, port, sorry, remake / port, whatever, of Muramasa, something Demon Blade, I can't remember. It's a Wii game. The Vita version, though, I have actually played. Actually, it's weird. I actually bought it this morning, and I put like 3 hours into it. Like, I just got really sucked into it. I was like, yes, let's just keep going and keep forging these weapons and keep fighting, and it's so awesome. Like, I actually have really got sucked into this. I knew I'd like it if I picked it up. It was just a matter of if I could, and I kind of like splurged a little to be able to buy it, but hell with it. I have loved this game. Like, I have loved playing it. I can definitely see where whenever Odin Sphere released or so came out last month, people kept saying or said that it took elements from Muramasa and put them into the refined version of Odin Sphere. I can definitely see that now that I play Muramasa. Now, the game is a little weird as far as weapons go, because you fight with a blade. Like, you equip up to 3 blades, you fight with them, and they break after you use them for so long. Now, they do refill. It's not like a permanent break, but they break, and then you gotta switch to another weapon and fight with it. And you can equip up to 3 at a time. Like, that's what you're supposed to do, and you just switch on the fly with triangle. The game itself, very awesome, like very fast-paced. Love the visuals. Visuals are beautiful, honestly. Like, on the Vita, they're amazing. I have to say, they are amazing. And I love that, you have 2 different characters to pick from. Let me actually just read this. Into the vibrant, action-packed world of Muramasa, become the possessed princess Momohime, which I actually am playing as Momohime, or the fugitive ninja Kasuke, as you forge and collect the powerful demon blades to tear down your enemies. I love it. Like, the game is so amazing. Of course, I had to play as the female first, because I'm just that kind of person. So, yeah. Anywho, though, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I have had fun talking about these awesome games, and I hope you guys will continue to have an awesome night. Make sure, or day, wherever you're watching this, make sure to comment, tell me some of the games that you have picked up this month. I would love to hear that. Tell me, someone, like, if you play one of the games that I've selected and you really like it, please, like, share that with me, and, hit me up. So anywho, though, guys, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, share my video. It does help me out as a small YouTuber, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.